And from badminton, let's quickly go to flag football, where it's seriously hotting up right now. We've seen the maiden edition of Uprise Flag Football League already in Lagos, where we've got 44 kids divided into 4 teams between the age of 15 and to 20. They've been slugging it out for the maiden edition of this major one we're talking about. 4 weeks is actually gone. We are still looking forward to. They are heading towards to 7 weeks. We can't wait to see what will happen by the time we get to August 1st week, when this maiden edition will be ending. And right now, I have got 2 great men in the studio that will be discussing flag football with me today. And definitely, first and foremost, let me introduce Sina as he joins us. He is the head coach of the Tigers Uprise Flag Football. How are you doing? Fine, thank you. And it's obvious that this is the new thing in town right now. Flag football everywhere, looking so good. I'm happy for the kids, but there's a place I'll be fighting them. When we get there, you understand why I said so. But all the same, to my far right, I have got Fagha joining us. He is the head coach of Chiefs Uprise Flag Football. How are you doing today?
I'm very good, man.
Let's start first and foremost. How would you describe the tournament so far?
Well, it's interesting. I mean, our kids have learned quite a lot. Their progress has been good. There's a lot of excitement out there. I mean, it's fun. It's fun to see their growth, literally. I mean, it's a sport that's new to them, and we teach them how to go about it, learning. They're being disciplined. They're understanding what we need to do. I mean, from first game to third game, it's been a huge jump.
All right, it's been a huge jump. And for you, Fa, let's now talk about why just 4 teams, and how would you describe the standard again to so far, how the kids are picking up? Because this is actually a new one in Nigeria.
Well, I would assume because it's the first edition, we needed to keep it small. It's also a niche sport, right? There are not a lot of coaches and a lot of people that play flag football or any kind of football in Nigeria. So we keep it small, and then we grow year on year. Right?
All right. How did you assemble this talent?
We had what we call a combine, and it's an open invitational. So we sent out marketing round on social media. People came through, they signed up, and we put the kids through a series of drills, right? And recorded their performances. And then the top performers were then selected in the draft by all the 4 teams. That's how we got to 44.
All right, for you, Coach Sina, let's talk about the purpose of this massive one. This is the maiden edition.
Yes, I mean, it's for us to put the sport out there, for Nigeria to know what flag football is and American football. Really, right now, we're talking about soccer, like you just said, badminton and other soccer and other sports. But flag football is a sport that it's fun. I mean, that's what we did from 15 to 20 to actually help the kids grow, to show them discipline and understanding the sport, not just for the kids, but for the whole community as a whole. All
right, for you, Coach Fa, let's now talk about the benefits of this major one we've seen.
Well, the benefits the sporting benefits is that it teaches camaraderie, teaches how to be a good teammate, how to work together as a group, because it's a team of 11 players, but it's not an individual sport. The team has to work together both on offense and defense to win. In terms of benefits to the kids long term, is to provide a pathway for young, athletic, high-performing kids to be able to transition into another level into the actual sport, either here or abroad in America, at the collegiate level, at high school, and even to the pros eventually.
All right, talking about the pros right now, we talked about benefits, but I really want to know, Coach Sina, let's take a look at this particular one. The way it is right now, these kids, are they smiling home with any form of rewards, trophies, certificates? I just want to know, apart from
them being able to go abroad to learn the sport, to schools, university, at the end of the season, there's a reward for the winning team and the losing team. For the winning team, the pot is 5 million naira for the winning team. And for the losing team, you take on 1 million naira. So there's actually incentive apart from the kids being able to go abroad to schools and hopefully further their lives and make their lives better.
Let's talk about your team, the Chiefs Uprise and flag football. How do you describe the performance so far?
So it's been a tough season for me from the beginning. I lost my 2 for my 2 opening games. I just won my 3rd game, so I'm 1-2. Though we lost the first 2 games, my performance on offense was very good. I think I have the best performing offense. But as I said, you can't win just by having a good offense alone. Your defense has to be good as well. So we're beginning to knit both of those aspects together, and hopefully, we continue the upward trend and be able to make the championship game. All
right, let's talk about the Tigers Uprise right now. How would you describe the season so far?
Well, it's shaky, like I said, like Fagha said. I mean, it's a new sport to everybody. The first game is always, I would say, your worst game, because anticipation, the intensity, not knowing what to expect out there for the kids was there. For us, right now, we're 1-2. I mean, just because we're 1-2 doesn't mean you should count anybody out. Any given Sunday, any team can win, depending on what you do out there. So for us, it's a growth. We're growing, and definitely more wins to come.
All right, more wins to come. Now we want to know if it's going to actually be an annual event.
We're having it every 2 years. So the season is every 2 years. For right now, this season goes on to August, and then by October we should start in the 2nd season.
All right, let's talk. Now let's talk about the next one. That's the 2nd edition. What should we expect? You've seen the maiden edition. At least is almost halfway gone. You must have seen some absences that must be worked on come the next season.
So I think the next season, what will mainly get better is that we'll have better facilities, and then we'll have a higher class of athlete, because now people understand what this is and what this can do for them. So there'll be more interest from a wider array of kids trying to take this opportunity for themselves.
Definitely, we've seen the good work you're doing. Fantastic so far. They are entering the week 6 of the maiden edition of Uprise Flag Football League. And is there any affiliation with anybody on this particular one?
Right now, our commissioner is OC, who played NFL football for many years, won championships. Right now, it's NFL flag football. So we are affiliated with NFL flag football, and that's how we're going.
All right, I'm far now. Let's talk about any plans to work apart from these kids you're picking up. You're trying to inspire, discover talents, and at least start building them to the level of pros. Do you have any plans of training officials at the same time, coaches too?
Yes, down the line, yes. We do have a set of officials that are working with us, who have been working with us for quite some years in flag football in general, and they've been carried over to officiate this league, and they are receiving ongoing training every weekend to get them up to the standard that is required of an international organization.
Okay, finally now, ahead of week 4, games will be played on Sunday. What should fans expect? What is your team bringing to the table? Talking about the Tigers uprising flag football team.
Well, exciting. Definitely a win this week. As you see, every week there's more and more fans. I mean, it's kind of like when one person comes out, he's going to tell about 5 people about it. The excitement he has or she had, it will bring the family. So you see more people come out. You see more fans come out. You see more parents come and support their kids. And you see the kids actually tell their friends. This is how it will grow per day. And definitely the excitement is there. The fun is there. The high plays, it's there.
All right, so let's now talk about Chiefs too. What are you bringing to the table? That's the last for the day, but we want to know what you're bringing. If you're going to win your first game finally.
No, I won my first game last week. I'm trying to win my 2nd in a row, and my plan is to go on a winning streak all the way to the last game of the season and end with a 4-2 record. Yeah, I expect a very explosive game. The first game I played with the opponents, which are the Yellow Trumpets, the game ended 37-30. Very high-scoring game from both teams. I expect another situation of another high-scoring game between 2 excellent teams. All
right, on that note, once a massive thank you to you for joining us on Sports Cafe as usual. Let's make it a date on Friday for the TGIF edition of Sports Cafe. It's always a mixture of sport and entertainment. And thanks for joining us on Sports Cafe. Falogi, head coach of Chiefs Uprising Flag Football. Then the head coach of the Tigers Uprising Flag Football, Sina Onolapo. Thanks for joining us. Thank you. Let's make it a date on Friday for the TGIF edition of Sports Cafe.